We are talking the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors, and it's Monday here, so a lot of information over the weekend popped up. We get to talk about it in this video. But before we do that, I want to say a huge shout out to GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. You can find an exclusive offer by clicking the link in the description below to get a good deal on some glasses. Let's go. Do you want DeAndre Hopkins to be a Detroit Lion? Why for yes and for no? I want to know your thoughts in the comments below because this video is covering that quite a bit. Again, in today's show, we're going to be talking about how Jared Goff followed DeAndre Hopkins on Instagram, sparking a lot of rumors. Is it justified? Is it not justified? I'm going to give you my thoughts on that because when social media happens, it always blows up here for the Lions talk. We're going to get into Chris Sims, NBC guy, ranking Jared Goff. I'm going to talk about where he ranked him. Is it justified or is it not? Is it a bunch of BS? And Ben Johnson, he's got to talk about improving this offense. He went into it, and my God, I love hearing Ben Johnson speak and talk because if he wants to improve this offense of what he did last year, it's a pretty good thing if you ask me. But before we get into the main part again, would you sign DeAndre Hopkins? Let me know in the comments below. I want this to be a very interactive video today. So in the comment section, put sign if you want to do it or P for pass. Let's get into it because Jared Goff decided to follow DeAndre Hopkins on Instagram and rumors galore saying, is this a sign of Goff wanting to get DeAndre Hopkins, or is DeAndre Hopkins about to become a Detroit Lion? That's what everything is about here. First off, got to say, when it comes to this type of stuff, remember, it is just, players are young guys, and when it comes to social media, they follow each other, all that. I mean, we talk about Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams, again, he liked a tweet that Lamar Jackson, being the Detroit Lions quarterback. So should this really be in consideration? Oh, it's just a follow. That's not a big deal, but I'm going to say it's a little bit different from that. I think it's a bigger deal than obviously Jameson Williams. Why is that? Well, first off, Jared Goff's the quarterback of the team, and if you know, he's not very active on social media. I know this. Follow him on Twitter, on other social media sites, and he's not really a guy that does a whole lot. So when you're hearing speculation of DeAndre Hopkins to the Detroit Lions from this, that, and the other sources, you would expect that he knows if he was to follow this guy that it's going to become a headline. He absolutely knows it. I mean, recently we just heard this from anonymous GM saying that they would love for the Detroit Lions to get DeAndre Hopkins. It says Marvin Jones Jr. and Amon-Ra St. Brown are nice players, but Hopkins would be a security blanket for Jared Goff that he lost when the team traded tight end TJ Hockenson to Minnesota last season. Mueller said Hopkins would be a very nice effective weapon for offensive coordinator Ben Johnson to throw into the mix. So Jared Goff knows this, and he knows also the stats of DeAndre Hopkins, which he only played 9 games last year, but 64 receptions for 717 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he was very successful with the time that he was in Arizona. And if you do look at Arizona, there was a lot of issues over there, right? We're talking about Kyler Murray. Is he really the guy? We're talking about injuries for Hopkins. And rumors came out that the Lions are doing their part right now investigating DeAndre Hopkins' background. Is he a culture fit for this? Also came out that multiple teams are out of the Hopkins mix, one being the Chiefs, who thought potentially they could be in there, and a couple other teams that were thought to be in the mix and that they're out on Hopkins. So if this is the case, if you put it all together, a lot of rumors with the Detroit Lions. General managers of other teams like it. Hopkins said he would play for any football team. Obviously, the Detroit Lions is one of those teams. The major players that were supposed to be in it or not, and Jared Goff follows this guy on Instagram, and you're hearing other players that like him to be a Detroit Lion. Is there smoke to this? I think there is a little bit of smoke because the Detroit Lions are definitely going to do their due diligence on any player, and it should be no different regarding DeAndre Hopkins. I think that it just shows Jared Goff would like to have DeAndre Hopkins on the football team because he's not an active guy. He's not a Jameson Williams that's on it 24/7. He's not. If you look at his activity, he's generally a person that's not active. So, to me, there is a little bit of smoke here, and that is interesting because when you think about adding DeAndre Hopkins, to me, I'm personally would maybe not do it, but I've also stated that if you were to sign him, it does make the team much better. It will. It is. He's a talented player. He is better than some of these players, but again, I kind of prefer go the creating your own players route, but it would be an all-in move. I do think there's smoke to this. We'll see if it amounts to anything. I don't know. I do think there's some smoke. But you want to know what also smoke is? You can follow me on Facebook, folks, at Mike Kimber. You can easily find me on there. Go ahead and find me and get this thing going. Quick question to you Lions fans. Have you noticed my new glasses? Well, GlassesUSA.com has hooked me up with a new pair of Ototo Jackson Heights blue light glasses to help me in front of my computer screen all day. Using these blue light glasses during screen time helps reduce eye strain, decreases headaches, improving your sleep, and increases productivity. If you already didn't know, GlassesUSA.com is one of the biggest eyewear retailers in the United States, offering thousands of eyeglasses and sunglasses such as Ray-Ban, Gucci, Oakley, and many more. What's best about GlassesUSA.com is glasses start at $39, which are up to 70% off retail prices. If you love these frames, there are crazy exclusive offers waiting for my followers by clicking the links in the description below. They also have a super helpful AR virtual try-on tool to help you find your right frames. Also, shopping online at GlassesUSA.com is a risk-free shopping experience with free shipping and returns, 100% money-back guarantee within the first 14 days. Want some sunglasses too? I also got these Ototo Theseus glasses from GlassesUSA.com. Get the exclusive discount only available to my viewers by clicking on the links in the comments and description box. It's only available for 24 hours. Again, thank you to GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring today's video. Let's get in a little bit to Chris Sims here. Chris Sims, NBC guy, former quarterback, ranked his quarterbacks. And he ranked Jared Goff 17. Now, my Runa Roundup, my logos, I gave DeAndre Hopkins a 3 out of 4 logos, and I gave Sims ranking Jared Goff a 1/3 logo. And it's not because I actually believe what he says. It's because it's showing the butt of the Detroit Lions logo, because that's where he is right there. Ranking Jared Goff 17 in the NFL makes absolutely zero sense if you look at stats and common sense. The Detroit Lions had a fantastic offense last year, and Jared Goff was one of the reasons why. He was 6th in the NFL with 4,438 yards in passing. Not bad. He was tied 5th in the NFL with 29 touchdowns. Not bad at all. He was tied 8th in the NFL in interceptions, only 7, and we've seen that last game stretch where he absolutely blew it up of not turning the football over. 5th in the NFL in QBR at 61.1. Now, when it comes to Jared Goff, I'm not a homer. I'm not a guy who, is all about licking his butt. But I gotta say, 17th in the NFL is absolutely ludicrous. If you just look at what he did last year, he should be a top 10 quarterback, and you need to go by stats sometimes. Why is that? Because that's what you look at to see the production of the player. It doesn't mean everything, but he deserves to be a top 10 quarterback for what he did with this offense. So I want you guys to give me a one-word reaction to Chris Sims ranking Jared Goff, quarterback 17th in the NFL right now. Let's go ahead and continue on here with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's talking about how he wants this Lions offense to be even better. And I'm giving this a 4 logos out of 4. Why? Because it is absolutely amazing to hear Ben Johnson talk about wanting to get this offense even better. Why is that? Well, because the Lions offense last year was absolutely awesome. It was, when you look at the stats, 4th total offense in the NFL. Why? Because they had 6th in passing yards, 11th in rushing yards, 5th in total points, and everything on all cylinders, when you look at all stats come together, the Detroit Lions had the 4th best offense in the NFL. And Ben Johnson's coming out and saying, we need to have a better offense. Our offense is going to be much improved in 2023. Folks, all I got to say is if he wants to improve this offense from 4th, you got to love it. Because that's damn good stats, and he wants the best offense in the NFL. You know he does, and there's a chance that he could get it. So, question to you guys right now. Comment right now. What is the offensive rank of the Detroit Lions in 2023 when the season concludes? 1 being the best offense in the NFL, 32 being the worst, and that means you're on crack cocaine. So let me know in the comments below your ranked offense for the Detroit Lions in 2023. Folks, we drop videos every single day. Make sure you hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, all of that. And again, I want to say a special thanks to the sponsor of this video here, GlassesUSA.com, sponsoring this video. And you can find an exclusive offer in the description below to get some great deals on glasses. With that said, folks, adios.